Hi, my name's Stephen Hosking, and I am here to talk to you about Intune and VPN policies in a zero trust environment. I'm part of the Windows Commercial Enablement Group inside Microsoft, and I am a Senior Product Manager. As part of this, I talk a lot with customers about how to get VPNs working in their corporate environment. Most importantly, VPNs are traditionally used for access to your on-prem resources. This could be infrastructure that's sitting in your data center, in a cloud, or various different locations in your environment. The important thing that I will call out, and this is something that we see more and more prevalent in a zero trust environment, is VPN shouldn't be thought of just as this is when you're sitting at home, this is when you're sitting at Starbucks, this is when you're sitting at McDonald's. There's no reason why you can't use the VPN to access corporate resources that are sensitive of nature on your corporate network. Think of it as an additional layer into the private room or the private part of your environment. So how does that work in the Intune world? From an Intune point of view, our goal is to sit there and deploy a policy or a profile to your device in a simple process. The goal is it is sent out via Intune. It's going to use the native connectors and everything associated on that, because then it's a seamless logon for your staff. You want to make this as simple as possible. In saying that, automatically connecting VPNs isn't necessarily important, as your staff will accept needing to have that manual connection of, oh yeah, this is behind a velvet rope. I now need to connect to that to get access to my virtual private network. So how do I create my profile? Again, we're going to go and make friends with our networking team. They are our friends. They will provide you all of the information that is required for you to be able to connect to your network. The important thing to note here is the goal should be to use the native processes where possible in the operating system. This is about simplification of your platform, making sure that when you're going from version A to version B, you don't need to go and spend time on that platform. From there, we also now need to understand, how do I authenticate to my VPN? Traditionally, with group policy and on-prem domain controllers, there was a requirement or typical requirement to have device-based authentication or pre-user authentication for your VPN network. This was so you could process group policy and everything associated. When you move to Zero Trust and Entra Joined, you no longer need to do that device-based authentication, and you can move to a user-based authentication quite successfully. So this should be investigated as part of that transition across. The next part is to understand, what are the authentication protocols? So as we saw in the Wi-Fi video, we talked around two very simple authentication protocols, being EAP-TLS and PEEP. EAP-TLS is the one that most organizations will move to because it is mutually validating the certificates on both sides of that communication channel before the password and username are exchanged. Whereas PEEP is sitting there and much like a website saying, you've provided me a certificate that I trust, so therefore I'm going to authenticate with you. It's dependent upon your use case scenario. Where it's slightly different to the Wi-Fi scenario is you have multiple different protocols that are available for the connection. And this is where you need to work with your networking team to understand the protocols they're using for that VPN, whether it's OpenVPN, IKEv2, Layer 2 Tunnel Protocol, L2TP. Again, cannot stress it enough, use native where possible, because then it means that you're using consistent technology. The important thing to note here is all of your radius authentication, you should also be aiming to use authorization policies and profiles to make sure your device is compliant. So as always, if you're really on the Zero Trust network, you need to make sure that you're never trusting anything, but you're always verifying it. So you want to verify that your device is secure before it gets access to your private networks. This is, as we call it, table stakes. So with that, I will thank you for watching this video, and we look forward to seeing you implementing your Zero Trust environment.